it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back with another speed build and we are in that neighborhood that I've had a few tiny houses in. I believe the family tiny house and the solid color tiny houses. And I asked in one of those videos if you guys thought it would be a fun idea if I made the rest of this little neighborhood into tiny houses, and you guys like that idea. So that's what we're doing again today. This is one of the larger lots in this area. So we are doing 2 houses on this lot. And I thought it would be really fun to do opposite tiny houses. So on this lot, we have 2. And one of them is a more Victorian style, which is the one we're working on right now. And then the other one is a modern style. So they're very polar opposite houses, but I thought it was a really cool idea to kind of combine those next to each other, especially because I'm trying to make this neighborhood look a little bit more full, I suppose, because, you know, I don't want just a tiny house on a giant lot. So we have 2 of them. But I do struggle with the shape of this Victorian one in particular for quite some time. So I tried to cut out as much of that footage as possible. But as you can see right now, it kind of looks like a mess. It'll get better though. It will definitely get better. But I think I like the modern one a lot more. I think that's just because I tend to enjoy that style a little bit more. But we'll be getting to that shortly. We're just trying to figure out the deck here. And I kind of bounce back and forth between the 2 on which one I work on more and like what order I do things in, because I was unable to make up my mind and was like, oh, I want to work on this. No, I want to work on this. And you know, it was all over the place, but it's all on the same lot. And I think it's pretty easy to follow for the most part. You can kind of tell what's going on. But do leave your feedback on that if you thought it was difficult to understand what I was doing when, because I'm always looking for feedback on things like that to make sure I can make it as easy to follow as possible. But we're just messing with the roof now and fixing it because it was a mess. And, you know, there's a little bit more to fix still. I was just like, what are we doing right now? And here we are finally fixing it to, I believe, what the final roof shape is going to be, which is interesting. It's all right. I actually, do I move it over one? Oh, I move it over one more tile. Yeah. Okay. We're going to do that shortly, I believe, because I could not decide what I wanted the front of this house to look like. And it was looking a little awkward. And so I kept messing with it until I figured out in the end what the shape would be. And this is one of the houses that kind of stretches the idea of a tiny house a little bit because it's very small. It's so small, but it's like decently spacious. It's got 2 bedrooms upstairs. They're both pretty small though. One's a toddler bedroom, one's an adult bedroom. But I thought of the 2 houses on this lot, I wanted one of them to be a family home and one of them to just be a single sim home or like a couple. So I decided that the Victorian house was going to be a little family home, and I think it was really cute. It's got really awkward shaped rooms. And I kind of really liked that because I feel older style houses have some strange floor plans sometimes. So it was kind of fun to do that. But I think we're taking a break from that house and we're going to work on the modern house, if I remember correctly, or at least section off that section of the lot. It ends up being a rectangle with a like rooftop deck, which I thought was really, really fun to do. And honestly, halfway through this build, I was like, I don't know if this was a good idea to put them on the same lot. I love this modern house so much. I wish this was the only thing in that thumbnail. And so, you know, I obviously have a strong preference for the modern one, but that's okay. Let me know which one of the tiny houses you prefer once you've seen both of them, because I'd be curious to find out which style you guys prefer. I think I did better at the modern one than I did with the Victorian one, but I don't know. That just is probably a preference thing. But I thought this style was pretty cute. It has like the upstairs, what's it called? Like deck area. It ends up having an outdoor television, which is kind of exciting. I don't do that very often. And lots of large modern windows. And I just think it's so pretty. I don't know why. I also use this like my favorite color scheme, which is like brown and black. But I also used a similar color scheme at first on the Victorian house, and I was like, no, they can't be the same color. If they're not going to be opposite enough if they're the same color. So I ended up making the Victorian house more light colors. I believe we used some greens and whites and lots of very colorful flowers outside, and I think they're pretty opposite in the end, especially in furnishing style. But here we are figuring out the top deck area. I have this section, which is where the TV is going to go. And I also put a planter on top because I thought that would look pretty cute. I love adding greenery to roofs of modern houses. I just think it adds a little bit more life. And we also added this, what would it be called? Vines of some sort from Jungle Adventure. I really, really love those items, and I typically only use them in Silverado, but here you can see the house is fully painted now, and it's my favorite color scheme. It's so cute. I really love it. And also I have somebody living in the house now, so technically that's why the light changed. There's a heat wave going on, and I think the houses look really good in the heat wave because lately the regular lighting has been bothering me because it is so blue, and I do have reshade and I can adjust all of that, but sometimes it just bothers me and I'm like, everything looks so pretty with the heat wave because it makes everything a little bit more yellow, and it kind of like balances it out a little bit. It's still kind of yellow, but like I like it. I like how it looks. But this is the outdoor entertaining space on the modern house. I think it is so cute. I also really like this pool we have here, just like a lap pool. It fit in really nicely, and I don't know, it's just like the way it mimics the same shape of the house. It's just like a long, narrow rectangle. I really liked that. And then up here, I thought about using these My First Pet stuffed couches, but I was like, no, I use this too often. And I really wanted to use something brown. And this bench, which I think came from City Living, did it? I thought worked out very, very well up here. So I was excited to go ahead and use that. But before I ramble more about what I'm doing, as you can see it on screen, I just wanted to let you guys know that this house is at around, or these houses, the lot costs about 120,000 simoleons. And just warning you, if you want to download this house, you can get it like you always can if you search Griffy or the hashtag MsGryphi info in the description as well. But the thumbnail is hideous. I posted a picture of it on Twitter the other day, just the thumbnail, because the thumbnail on the gallery. I think the thumbnail for this video is okay. It's not the greatest. It's all right. But like the thumbnail on the gallery is real bad. I posted it because I don't usually post like pictures of my builds before they go up, but like you couldn't see the build. As you can see on screen right now, you cannot see the build in that thumbnail. It's so bad because I built this, horizontally instead of vertically, which is for the lot where I put the front of the lot because I wanted two houses. And yeah, I knew the lot was going to be in the wrong spot, but yeah, it looks bad. But that's what that is on the gallery. If you see it, it's this house. It's this lot, these two houses. But I just kind of talked over the kitchen here. It's pretty simple. It's the only room upstairs. And then downstairs we have the living space and the bedroom and bathroom, which we're in now. And of course, it's all very neutral, I suppose. Just like blacks, whites, beige. Because I very much made this one to my style, even though the other one I really didn't. So we're just adding some succulents in here on these tables, as well as a lamp. And I kind of keep the decorations in this bedroom fairly minimal because I didn't want it to be too cramped and crazy. I do add a decent amount of clutter in this build. It's just like not super cluttered, which I want to do some more really cluttered builds sometime soon. And by sometime soon, I mean late February or sometime in March. So hopefully those will come out sometime in the future because that sounds so fun. But I have like no more time to build before my move. So that's kind of sad. But I can't wait to get building again when I do get the chance. But we are just adding some decorations to this bathroom. It's also very simple and, black and gray. And I really like it. Is that the shower from Fitness Stuff I think I added in there? I quite like that. In this little nook over here, I wanted to put a bookcase, but I believe I got rid of it in the end and just left that cabinet from a base game, which I thought looked nice. And then in this other side, I have this beautiful bookcase, and I added a TV on one of the shelves and a bunch of other decorations throughout, which I thought looked really, really cute. I actually really enjoyed adding this wall piece this poster with the arrow on it. I thought that looked so nice in here. And I just really enjoyed this bookcase in general. It's very much my style. I would have that bookcase in my real house. So I really liked this living room, actually. But I think that's obvious by the amount of times I've said I liked it and how much I favor the modern house over the Victorian house. But it's just so cute. Can I have it? Like, I want to live here, even though I enjoy building tiny houses, but I'm not sure how well I would do living in one because I'm a collector. I don't think I could, but like this one's so cute. I totally go on like a vacation and like stay in this house for like a week or two. I really, really do enjoy it. But up here, we're going to add those little mirrors that came with fitness stuff and a plant over here. And I think it just looks pretty cute. And yeah. So now we are doing the floor plan, or part of the floor plan, because I think some of it's already done in this Victorian house. And as you can see, it's a weird shape. This is the kitchen. It's like a weird hallway with like a thing at the end. Like with like a, would that be like a turret? I don't know. It doesn't actually go to upstairs. Well, I mean, it continues upstairs, but like it's a separate room. It still doesn't have a high ceiling. But yeah, this is the awkward kitchen, and you know, it's a tiny house and it's a Victorian house. So I felt like it was fine to have a funky floor plan. I almost called it a whirl plan. Words are great today. And I added a little bit of yellow in here. And as you can see, I'm keeping all of the colors kind of light and pretty. I do end up changing those countertops to the same ones, but like the tops are black though, because I thought it looked a little bit better in here because the room was looking a little washed out, and I thought that helped a little bit. So we should be changing those shortly, but we did add in this green fridge, which I really, really like. But as you can see, we're just changing the tops of these counters to black. I thought that looked a lot better. And just adding a shelf with some clutter, very much a different style than the other, I almost called it an apartment. I mean, close enough. The other tiny house. Just lots of, I like that cup of the spatulas and like utensils and stuff that it has like flowers and stuff on it. I never use that, like, ever. I think it's just because I don't typically build in like an older style or like a country style or anything like that, because it's not to my own personal taste. But maybe like some kind of like country style build sometimes too could be fun. I feel like I've had that on my to-do list or like ideas list forever, because I do keep a list of ideas I want to do at some point. But I think I've mentioned a bunch of times before that I have that list, but when I'm looking to do a build, it's all about what sounds fun in the moment. Even if like I'm like, I have this brilliant idea I want to do. If I'm not enjoying doing it in the moment, I'm not going to do it because I don't think it'll come out as well. But anyway, this is the living room. It's very blue and beige, you know, a color scheme I do enjoy. It's very simple though. I wanted to keep everything really light, pretty, simple, and I think I achieved that, I hope. I mean, I don't know if it's pretty. I guess that's a personal opinion, but this bathroom is very, very simple. I believe we just added like a shower mat, like a little blue one. It's mostly white with a couple of blue accents. Nothing too crazy in here. This really cute one with the little leaves on it that came with Parenthood. I really like it. I don't even know if I've used that swatch before though. And then of course this little flower painting that I feel like I put in every single house I ever build. I would actually really love to have some new paintings in the game. That would be phenomenal. I just because we got some new decals with the Lunar New Year update, but we need some more paintings in the game, so I'm hoping whatever the next pack we get is, we'll have some paintings. But now we're in the toddler's bedroom. It is super cute and pink and has a lot of stuffed animals, and I love this rug. I've only used this rug a couple of times before, but it's adorable. I absolutely adore it, so I was excited to go ahead and use that. And I'm also just searching here to get that little monster light because I couldn't remember what it looked like or where it was, but I wanted to ensure that there would be no monsters under the bed in this room, because I know a lot of people, including myself, really despise the monsters under the bed, so those lights are definitely helpful. But we're just making a makeshift changing table over here because we don't have those in the game, but I think they look really cute in toddler bedrooms and baby bedrooms. Plus they serve as a dresser in the house, which is always a good thing to have if your Sims want to change their outfits and such. So excited to add that. I don't know why I was excited. I liked adding that. I thought it looked pretty cute. But this is the master bedroom. It's blue. Surprise! Just adding all the cute little decorations around, tried to make it look a little lived in, but not too cluttered. But anyway, we are coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy these opposite tiny houses. I almost called them twin tiny houses. Opposite tiny houses. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Also, if you're new here and you liked what you saw, you could subscribe to the channel if you want. I'd love to have you on board. And if you click that little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.